If you are like me, you worry a lot. I don't like it, but I do find myself worrying instead of praying. I've heard worry described as rocking back and forth in a rocking chair. You're doing something because you're rocking back and forth, but you're not going anywhere. Jesus tells us in Matthew 6:27 that worry does not add a single moment to our life. Worry doesn't do a thing for us. Personally, I found that the things that I worry about rarely ever come to pass. That precious time that I spent worrying about something, something that was outside of my control, something that I couldn't change, that's time that I will never get back. That's time that we will never get back when we spend it worrying on things. During that period of worry, instead of worrying, I could have been at peace. I could have been enjoying life. I could have been enjoying the beauty of God's creation. But instead, I was frustrated. I was miserable. I was doubtful. Worry just sucks the beauty out of our lives. So when we worry, we are basically saying to God that we don't trust him. That's what we're saying. First Peter 5:7 tells us to cast all our cares upon the Lord, for he cares for us. Casting is just like throwing stuff. It's just like taking that thing that you're worrying about, you just ball it up and cast it on the Lord. He will take care of it. If you give it to him, you got to give it to him and not take it back. I can cast it on the Lord and go back and okay, I'm just going to hold on to this and I'm just going to keep working, keep working, keep working. No, you cast it on the Lord and you leave it there and you don't take it back. Amen. The Bible tells us in Philippians 4:6, do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, in every case, with prayer, supplication, and thanksgiving, make your request known to God. In other words, it says, stop trying to pull your hair out. Oh, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Stop trying to do this. Stop trying to figure out what you're going to do. Stop trying to control something that you can't control and just talk to God about it, or talk to the thing and say, whatever it is, get out of my life. God, take this from me and I'm giving you this thing, Lord, that I'm worrying about. God, you give me your peace. Amen. Paul continues in verse 7 by saying, and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your mind in Jesus Christ. So you take that worry and you give it to the Lord and you receive his peace. Amen. So take your worries and anxieties, offer them up to the Lord, invite him into your situation, and let him take care of it for you, because that's what he wants to do. He's a loving father and he wants to be a father to you. Amen. Allow his peace, that peace that transcends all understanding. I mean, there have been times when crazy things have been going on in my life and I just had the peace of God. Allow the peace of God to guard your hearts and minds. Amen. Amen. Thank you for joining me for another mini message. I will see you next time. And remember that you are absolutely, without a doubt, positively chosen and accepted by God. He loves you with an everlasting love. And don't let anybody ever tell you that that's not true. Amen. Bye bye. Take care.